Dysfunctions of teams. There are these things that if teams experience them or teams don't experience them, the teams will become dysfunctional. They will not. They will not be able to capitalize on the value of being a team. The value of being a team is working together and producing more and producing greater outcomes because you're working as a team instead of as a group of individuals or instead of as one individual. So I'm gonna go through these 5 dysfunctions for you. 5 dysfunctions that I put together. The first is connection or a lack thereof. And usually a lack of connection comes from the following. It usually comes from a lack of vulnerability and a lack of authenticity. So what's vulnerability and what's authenticity? What do they look like? Well, I think what authenticity and vulnerability can look like is that if you are having a really, really good day, you express that. You live that truth of having a great day, and you bring those emotions to the table and to your team, and you share with your team why you were having a great day. We do not diminish ourselves to make other people feel more comfortable, but we express this is what I'm joyful about. On the other side of things, if we are not having a good day, something is not going well, that we share with people. Oh man, I'm going through this right now, or I just, man, I think I might have not done well on that test. And that lets people in. And when we let people in, oftentimes people can connect with whatever you're experiencing, whether it's a positive emotion piece or a negative emotion piece. And they can oftentimes relate to you, empathize with you, maybe even support you. But any of those things that they do for you bring you guys closer together and bring us closer together as teammates. So opportunities to create connection and opportunities to be authentic and vulnerable with your teammates, we're always looking for those things because they help to bring people closer together and create better, stronger forms of connection. Next is pebbles. Okay, we discussed pebbles in What is a Pebble in this week's content, and pebbles are those seemingly insignificant irritants, minor irritants that the team is experiencing from a team perspective that no one says anything about, and they brew and they fester and they get to a point where it's almost like an explosion point if they are dealt with. And oftentimes they're never dealt with, so the team never realizes their true team potential because they never dealt with this pebble. And then sometimes when they are finally dealt with, they're dealt with in such a passive-aggressive manner that the team cannot come back. The team cannot get any trust or connection after that type of an explosion, that type of passive-aggressive behavior, and that derails the team for the season. So putting pebbles on the table is the solution there, and when there are little issues, even though they might seem really insignificant, we put those pebbles on the table. We address these things with our team, and we try to always align with our values and our norms and live and breathe those values and norms every day in games, in practice, anytime we're together. The next is friendship over performance. On teams, especially teams that where there is a high level of connection and people feel comfortable with each other, and they even create friendships, which is, look, we want you guys to be close. It's really important. But we want the friendships to come as a result of a focus on performance. So it's performance management first. And I know this might be challenging at your age and stage to prioritize in this way, but first and foremost is performance management. Let the friendships come through performance management. One of the pitfalls of friendships is that, or one of the pitfalls that friendships can produce for teams is that friends do not feel comfortable to hold each other accountable. So friends do not feel comfortable to put pebbles on the table if it's a pebble that relates to a friend. I don't want to approach my friend and say to them, dude, you're not working hard enough in practice. You need to work harder in practice because of my friend, my boy, right? So that's where friendship can corrupt performance improvement or performance management. So really important, first and foremost, we're about performance. If the friendships come through performance, and a focus on performance, great. But it should be in that order. Performance first, friendship second. Fourth item is groupthink. Groupthink is a pitfall of teams, and really the idea of groupthink is that individuals start to take on the opinions and the thoughts of the group. So if it appears that the group as a whole wants to go in one direction, and that's the group's decision, well, me as an individual, if I'm suffering from groupthink, I might just say, you know what, I don't necessarily agree with what the group's doing. I think that might be a bad idea. I actually think that that goes against our mission, goals, and norms, but I'm going to go along with it anyway because that's what the group thinks. You know, this does not help. Groupthink does not help to make our team excellent. I may, in the end, still decide to go along with the group, but it's important that the group hear my concerns or issues that I may have with the direction that the group is going in. Like I said, at the end, we may decide to still go in the group's chosen direction, or the information that I present to the group could inform the group more, and maybe there's a dialogue and a discussion. The group decides. Sorry, now it would be the team decides. You know what? Yeah, Jason had some good things to say about that. Maybe we should reconsider. Maybe go this way instead. So, groupthink it prevents a team from being as excellent as it could. It prevents us from improving our processes because we do not get out all the information from all of our teammates. And when we're not getting out information and feedback from all of our teammates, we're really not leveraging the benefit of being part of a team. Finally, free riders is something that happens with free riderism. I guess is something that happens with teams that can be a dysfunction, and that's that in teams, you know, especially a team like we'll carry like 15 players, and when you have that many players, there's so many opportunities for people to free ride. And we say free ride, we mean that they do not contribute anything. It's easy for people to kind of be in the fringe and be off to the side and not contribute anything to the team and help to benefit the team because no one will really notice because there's so many people on the team. Everyone has a job. Everyone on a team contributes to the team. The contributions can look different. Not all the contributions need to be the same, but everyone must make a contribution, a positive contribution to the team for the team to maximize the benefits of being a team and also just leverage all the strengths that all of you bring to the table. So as leaders, really important to figure out or help teammates figure out how they can each contribute to the team, but there's no one who gets a free pass and there's no free rides.